And we need to make this point right now because breaking news just hit the timeline. Jeff Zaribek and other beat reporters noting that 20 minutes into practice, after not showing up the first 20 or not being present, at least to the media portion viewing, look who jogged onto the practice field for the first time since prior to the bye. Lamar has jogged on the practice field for the first time again since leaving that Chiefs game. This will be the first practice since prior to Chiefs week. It'll be the first since September 28th, or excuse me, it's his first practice appearance since straining his hamstring, as Jeff notes here on X on September 28th. So certainly suggests that he's going to try and give it a go this weekend, guys. And we have some breaking news inside the vault along those lines.
Fem, give your reaction, bud.
No, I love it. I thought he would play, and I got a little nervous that he wasn't going to. But guys, I'm just being really honest with you. Like, this isn't my and Bobby. I love that you are. Look, I always want you to tell me the truth, man. Like, you and I have a lot of our private conversations. And Sarah, now the three of us are in a thread. You're just getting a taste of what what I give Bobby all the time. You know what I mean? And I've been doing it more now that you're in the thread because I love your guys' vibe and energy. And I love the fact that I can challenge you and you can challenge me, and we can do it like literally like on a national podcast that everyone can kind of hear it. But in the case of Lamar, I'm just more confident that they're going to win the game now. I still think they would win. They were going to win the game this weekend just because it was time. And based on, and I won't recount it all or rehash it all. I just think they're going to find their groove. Coming out of the bye, Coach Harbaugh is really good. I think the complementary football piece in all three phases is going to be enacted. And I think Derrick Henry is going to be a big focal point of everything going forward. And I really think this defense is going to get to start causing havoc and chaos with their secondary. They're going to have to do simulated blitzing. They're going to have to use all these pieces, Kyle Hamilton in the box, because they don't have the horses necessarily right now in their current state to do it. Now, maybe Mike Green's going to come along and maybe there's going to be some guys added in and maybe someone's going to surprise us, but they're going to have to do it a little bit with their strongest position, in my opinion, which is their DBs. And having Lamar back, in my opinion, just gives them a little bit more room to be a little bit more exotic on defense, in my opinion. So that's what I think, Sarah.
Yeah. No, I think this is massive. I'm going to change it. My 5 points of optimism are now 6 points. Thanks to Femi. Let's review this now that Lamar Jackson is back. 6 reasons why the Ravens could go on a playoff run. Here we go. Number one, it's a lighter schedule. Out of their 6 first opponents, 5 are playoff teams. Out of their next 6, only 1. Okay, they are now officially healthier. Lamar is back. Roquan is back. Cheeto trending that way. Pat Ricard trending that way. Number 3, they've gotten better on defense with the addition of Alohi Gilman and the 3 safety look. So it seems like the defense is finding its footing. Number 4, if the Ravens do win the Bears and Miami afterwards, I think EDC will pull off a big move. Look at that. Look at that photo. Is there anything more beautiful than Lamar Jackson back on the field with that visor throwing a pass? So good. Number 5, we have a weak AFC North division. They are eating each other. The Bengals helped out the Ravens last Thursday. And then 6th is there's an extra playoff spot over the last few years since 1970. I'm taking that one from Femi. So that is my 6 reasons for optimism that the Ravens can go on a playoff run.
Hey,
With
can we?
Hey, Fem, let's get some video in here from Jamison Hensley, because it's one thing to see still shots of Lamar, but clearly this is a hamstring, and so we're going to want to watch non-still shots, meaning video formatting, courtesy of Jamison Hensley from ESPN.com. I'll go ahead and throw this up. We'll mute it at the same time, and let's give him some attribution as well.
Can you blow that up a little bit, Bobby?
I was going to say, let's go big screen here, and we appreciate you guys for being with us. Obviously, this is on-the-fly type stuff. Fem gets a front row seat to it, and here we go. Okay, let's see. Where is he in this video? There he is in the middle. He's got his shorts on, kind of gingerly, just jogging, tossing a football. Can't truly tell. I mean, Femi, you're the former player here. I mean, can you tell much by this? Probably not.
He looks good. I mean, I don't see any little hitch, but he is just jogging right now. I guess we'll see what the rest of practice looks like. I think he's going to be ready to go. And remember, guys, I believe he got hurt in the Bills game. I think it just kind of all came to a head in that Chiefs game. Personally, I'm going to be looking for Lamar to look like Lamar, getting out of trouble, the explosive first step, the ability to buy time and space in the pocket. I'm looking for Lamar to do all the Lamar things. I am of the belief that he has not lost a step, that all this stuff that we saw in the Detroit game, and obviously we know the O-line didn't play very well. I mean, he got hurried 30 times and got sacked 7 times in the game. I mean, that's insane. Not a lot of people are going to be able to get out of that when you're not getting protected. But I'm looking for Lamar to get back to doing Lamar type things. So let's see what that looks like on Sunday.
One more note before we let you go, Fem. We appreciate you. We said 30 minutes and we kept you longer. Marlon Humphrey and Tavius Robinson, for obvious reasons, the latter of those two, are the 2 players that Cordell Woodland does not see practicing. So just of note there, that means Roquan's out there. That means Cheeto's out there. That means, obviously they're going to be closer. Correct. Pat Ricard closer to full strength, which would be a very, very welcome sight for a team that has a big hole, to climb out of, and obviously its fair share of availability issues in recent weeks. Fem, you're the man. We appreciate you. It goes without saying. The respect is never, never in question. And thanks so much for the time today. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. Absolutely.
Appreciate you.
Former Super Bowl winning Raven, a part of 11 different locker rooms throughout his career, and friend of the show, Femi Ayamba-Dejo, kind enough to spend a few minutes with us. And partner, any other reactionary messaging from you now that we know that for the first of 3 at least, Lamar will be a participant? What's that participant level? We'll have to wait and see later this afternoon, but certainly a good sign as he trends towards potentially making his first appearance since that Chiefs second half.
I mean, it's massive. It's massive. I don't know if I could have gone as far as Femi. Maybe I could have. Maybe I would have thrown a Hail Mary if Lamar couldn't play. Maybe I still would have just had a Hail Mary situation, said, okay, I'm going to predict the Ravens win. But this makes me obviously much more confident. Spoiler alert, I will predict the Ravens win. I agree with Femi that when they come out of the bye under John Harbaugh, they play much better. But this is massive. I mean, to me, it was hopeless for the Ravens to go on a playoff run without Lamar Jackson. Jack Settleman was on here. He called this the Ravens Super Bowl. And this is what you've got to turn it around. You can't go 1-6. You can't go 1-6 out of a bye, out of being 1-5 with all these players coming back. I mean, listen, at this point, you're basically missing Nnamdi Madubuike and Tavius Robinson. And those are 2 big pieces. But there are teams that compete when quarterbacks go down. We just saw it with the Cincinnati Bengals. You can't tell me that Nnamdi Madubuike is a bigger loss than Joe Burrow. And so the Ravens need to figure out how to compete without Nnamdi and without Tavius Robinson for a certain amount of time. And with Lamar Jackson, they can do it. I feel like they need to still be careful. We don't need to re-aggravate a hamstring injury. I would love it if they still leaned into Derrick Henry a bit. I do not want to see Lamar Jackson running for his life. I am still optimistic based off of John Harbaugh's press conference comments that they will make a change at right guard. And then with the addition of Pat Ricard, which I'm assuming he will be there after this is his 3rd week of practice. They've been shorter weeks of practice, but it's been his 3rd week. With those additions, there is no reason that the Ravens shouldn't win a home game out of the bye with Lamar Jackson, Roquan Smith, and all these other guys. I'm very curious what's going on with Marlon Humphrey. So we're going to have to wait until the practice report comes out. Is it a personal day? Did he tweak something? Remember, he was dealing with an injury. Is it a vet day? I mean, I don't know. He was there on Monday. So that is something to watch. At least Cheeto's there, and they have that 3 safety look. But whether Marlon's in there or not, the Ravens Super Bowl, regular season Super Bowl, is this Sunday, and they have to win it, and absolutely can with number 8.
They can. Not optimistic.
You're still not feeling it. You're still not feeling it.
No, I'm not.
That is not this video right here is not an injection of confidence for you.
Well, it gives them a whole lot of hope, a whole lot more hope for sure. But again, I think we're glossing over, in a sense, some of the lingering issues that were happening prior to Lamar going down that I think still exist. And I don't share that optimism that you have about an offensive line change. I just don't. I really don't. And if there isn't a change, and Sarah, regardless, even if there is a change, they're the 24th ranked unit. They've given up 70 pressures, 9 sacks on 193 pass plays this season. They have not proven that they can consistently run the ball with or without Lamar. And if that continues to be the case moving forward with this line, and they have to win through the air, those are staggering statistics that I can't bring myself to share that optimism. I just can't. Even against a lesser, yes, they've won 4 in a row. We've already talked about the Bears, strength of schedule and whatnot. Even against the lesser team, because the Ravens have proven in recent weeks that they are one of those lesser teams. At least they are through 7 weeks, 6 games.
Yeah.
So that's where I continue to stand there. We'll get to Friday when we get to Friday.
Offensive line is your biggest worry?
Absolutely.
What is your confidence level of the defense after what we saw against the Rams?
A great step in the right direction.
So you have a higher confidence level in the defense than you do the offensive line.
After what I saw against the Rams offense that then went to London and hung 30 plus on Jacksonville, yeah, I would think I'll give them an extra vote of confidence if we're playing the comparison game between the two sides of the ball.
Well, this is where I might sound a little Femi Ivandejo like. Is I lean into that Super Bowl year where the offensive line was not playing well, and they made one change to McKinney, and somehow the offensive line completely transformed. It was insane. It was insane, and all of a sudden they came together. Really, and Bobby, this happened in like December. This is leading into the playoffs. So
it's possible.
Sometimes those little tweaks can do it.
It's possible.
But I hear you. And maybe
possible.
there won't be a change. I could be wrong. But my thought is Ben Cleveland will be out there at right guard on Sunday.
Yeah, and he's given service. He's put forth serviceable starts in the past.
Better than Fa'alele.
Right?
Yes.
He has given them serviceable starts in the past. They need him, if he's going to be called upon, to obviously give much more than serviceable this weekend.
And we both agree, right, based off of film study, that Roger Rosengard and even Tyler Linderbaum have not been playing up to their normal selves. And who knows if a change at right guard will help unlock them, feeling like they have confidence to play like they normally do and aren't worried about, the guy next to them. It's like those types of things are what can kind of trigger and begin some momentum for your side.
Well, I thought Cole did a good job along those lines of sharing some of the regression that he's seen on tape from Rosengarten, specifically a player that's playing tentative in Cole's evaluation and hesitant. And I don't know if that has anything to do with his running mate who's left of him when he looks right every single play in Fa'alele at right guard. But that's where I stand. It's obviously a shot in the arm, Sarah. I don't want to diminish it whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
It is a shot in the arm. I just don't have a trust levels yet that this is going to be a difference maker in terms of outcome results. I know it's going to be a difference maker in terms of the way the ball moves offensively and output, but ultimately the end result, I'm not fully there yet.
Yeah.
And
I'm putting a lot more confidence in Lamar Jackson. I understand your point about the offensive line. I obviously think a change will be made. You're not so sure. I think Pat Ricard will help. I'm really hoping that Todd Monken and the Ravens come back with better situational play calling, because I think under Lamar Jackson, they're going to move the ball. I think we're going to get back to moving the ball. It's, will you score when you're in the red zone? Will you be able to convert on 3rd and short and even 4th on short? Those things I want to see.
Take care of the football.
That's actually probably number 1 on the list, right? Maybe, and then the situational play calling number 2. Maybe number 1 is for you is offensive line. But Lamar Jackson solves so many problems for you. And I want to make clear, I don't feel like all the pressure should be on him. I want to see these changes with Ben Cleveland coming in. I want to see Pat Ricard back, and I want to see better situational play calling. But Lamar Jackson puts them in that conversation to do those things. Whereas like all those things didn't even matter before without Lamar. So let's come out. Let's hold on to the ball, Zay Flowers. Let's hold on to the ball, Derrick Henry. And let's have better situational play calling, and let's put Ben Cleveland in. And I promise you, we'll see a resurgence of the offense that we saw more in the first two or 3 weeks of the season than what we've seen since then.
Everybody should be feeling pressure. Everyone from
Mhm.
the quarterback all the way down to the equipment manager. Everybody should be feeling pressure going into a must-have game on Sunday at 1:00. Looks like Lamar could very well be trending towards playing. Bears, Ravens.
And just real quick, you have not made up your mind for Sunday for your prediction yet?
Well, in terms of score and whatnot, I know I've suggested.
Not score.
I suggested earlier, we're going to wait till Friday and we're going to see how the week trends. First and foremost, there's a lot that can change, obviously, especially with the nature of this team and recovery timetables and setbacks and you name it. I mean, somebody said it best earlier, like maybe it was a super chat yesterday. You just never know with this team. The unpredictability is through the roof. So in the spirit of said unpredictability, I'll wait till Friday. Okay. I did suggest yesterday that I was going to pick Chicago regardless of Lamar's availability. We'll wait and see on Friday.
All right. Sounds good.